What's up? Welcome to your hand of the day for what's today? Thursday, June 19th, 2025. In this one, when I played the hand, I thought, damn it, I really missed a good opportunity to bluff the river. Let's see if I was right. Okay, early-ish stages of a tournament, 40 big blinds deep-ish. And we are in the big blind with Jack 10 offsuit. And our under the gun player decides to raise. You can't see their stats, but I will just tell you this player is tight. Only raises 14% of the time, only plays 15% of hands. Tight. And I was thinking about that throughout the course of this hand. Everyone else folds, comes to us on the big blind, and you can see we are calling with half of our holdings. Jack 10 off is definitely a call. So we call. Flop is ace, queen, 9. Great flop for our opponent. We are checking everything. If you don't understand why I say that, drop it in the comments so we can talk more about it. But I'm going to assume you know why. Our opponent decides to put out a continuation bet of, what is that, 33% roughly, which they would do with a bunch of their holdings. They actually could size up quite a bit on this board. Look at this. Their biggest, well, with most of their holdings, they're supposed to bet either 83% or 55%. And my guess is it's because it's a relatively dynamic board and that just smashes their range. So they have all the big hands. So put chips in. I thought for half a second about check raising, but the reason I didn't is because that board is just so good for them that if I get re-raised, I'm going to hate my life. And that's something I'm trying to be more mindful of, is how bad would it suck to get raised? And if the answer is really, really bad, then you probably shouldn't take aggressive action. Let's see if that was correct. Jack 10 off. With a spade, I can do some raising. But against a tight opponent, I don't like it. So I'm happy with how I played the hand so far. Now we get a little closer to the best hand when the 6 of spades comes off. And we still have to check, I think. And yeah, we should be checking 83% of the time. Jack 10 off, I could start to get cute and lead on that card. What else would I do it with? 9-6 suited, because then I would have 2 pair. I'm going to do it with some bluffs like 10-8, where I have some equity. I could hit a straight. I'm probably doing it with the spade variety too, so I could hit a flush or a straight. So you got some strong hands and you got a lot of bluffs to balance it out. Ace 6, you could do some leading because now I have 2 pair. I don't know why I would do it with ace 8. That's an interesting one. Anyway, could do some leading. Chose not to, and that's fine. And now our opponent bets half pot. Standard so far. I would do that with any of my aces. I would mix in some bluffs with like maybe I have a spade. Let's say I'd like I know I block this hand, but let's say I'd like king 10 of spades. Actually, I wouldn't raise king 10. Yeah, I would. King 10 with the king of spades. I would be betting here. King jack with the king of spades. I would be betting here. Stuff like that. I might turn like pocket 10s with a spade into a bluff here. So, stuff like that. I'd be betting with my sets, set of nines, set of queens. Don't have set of aces very often. I might slow play that a little, actually. You get the point. Our opponent does this with a lot of hands and a decent amount of bluffs. So we are going to call again. If we have a spade, we are going to call. You can see here. Any spade is going to call. 10 of spades or jack of spades calls. Everything else can fold now. So we call. River 7. This is a spot where I was like, ooh, I could bluff this card. And I wimped out. And let's see if GTO Wizard thinks I should have played this aggressively. So it's 89% checking, 10% betting with this little tiny block bet of 2 big blinds into a pot of basically 20. What's it doing it with? 9-7, 2 pair. 9-6, 2 pair. Ace-6, 2 pair. Ace-7, 2 pair. Ace-Jack, pretty strong ace. And then you mix in some bluffs. Actually, this is a king-high flush, the nut flush. So we're leading with that. And then you mix in a few bluffs. What are your bluffs? Jack 10 with a spade. What else are our bluffs? Not much. Not much. So we happen to have really the one hand that likes to bluff. Because we would do this with all of our strong holdings on the river, trying to get called by primarily big aces, right? Primarily big aces. But we wimped out and checked. And then our opponent checked back, which is even worse. And then to really rub some salt in my wound, they turn over 7-8, and they win with a rivered pair of sevens, which they definitely would have folded to any size bet on the river. So, bummer of a hand. I guess if there's a silver lining, it's that in game I identified this as, ooh, that could be a really good spot to bluff. And I was right. So now it's about executing in game. Just trust your gut, know that your training is working, and just do it. And if they call with an ace and you look stupid, whatever, who cares? All right, y'all. There's your hand of the day. I'll see you next time.